Yes, what's happening, people? And welcome back to Gav Goes In. Guys, as I said, man, it's been a mad last couple of weeks for me. Obviously, been on holiday. And obviously, I'm now back, back into the swing of things again. And we pick up from where we last left off on my Nxt Gen 50, So if anyone that doesn't know, the Nxt Gen 50 is the best 50 young players in world football. The ages are below, I believe, 21. I think it might be 20 or 21. So at the moment, obviously, I've done quite a few at the moment. So yeah, if you guys do enjoy the content and enjoy finding out who are the best 50 young players in the world, make sure you check out my playlist, obviously headed Nxt Gen 50, and check out the content there. So we're going to move on, guys, to so I've got two players to do, and obviously, most notably, two of these players are playing for the same club, or one of them's there at the moment. The other one is going to be, I think, joining, I believe, might be next season. I'm not too sure yet. But we're going to start off with a player that was linked to the likes of Arsenal, the likes of Manchester United as well. And I think even there might have been a bit of interest in abroad. I think, was it PSG that might have been interested as well? But it's recent Man City signing, and that is Norway's Sverre Nypan, And to be honest with you, from what I've seen of Nypan, I think the first thing that stood out to me, although obviously he's 18 years of age, the first thing that stood out to me was it was very hard to tell what foot he was, very comfortable off of both feet, I think he's right-footed, but again, he's someone that can use his left foot with ease as well, and that makes him a problem for opposition because you're not sure where you want to take him, if you want to take him on the outside or if you want to let him come in field. And I think he's that adept at shooting off both feet. That's a real weapon for of his that Man City can definitely be enjoying and see that in the future, So yeah, that's Sverre Nypan. I think it's Sverre Hausef or Halpef or something like that. Nypan. And it's mad really because you look at Man City and you look at their attacking midfielders at the moment. You've got the likes of obviously Ryan Cherky, who's just been signed. Then you've got the likes of Oscar Bob, who I rate highly. Omar Marmoush, Phil Foden. And then you look at Nypan that they've actually signed as well. So yeah, man, it's going to be mad how they're going to fit in all these players. You'd definitely think that some of them are going to be moved on. But from what I've seen of Nypan, as I said, I think him playing for Rosenborg, in a less physical league, I think obviously, as we know, he would definitely need a loan. I would say he would do well to get a loan in the Premier League and try and see if he can handle the physicality of the league, But I think there's no doubting his ability. I think he's made, almost 70 appearances for Rosenborg with a return of about, I think it's 25 goals and assists combined. And as I said, from what I've seen of him, very two-footed, has great balance, great change of direction. And I think he's definitely a star in the making. He's someone as well that hasn't had international honours for Norway. I believe he's played for Norway at every level up until the under-21s at the moment. But he's definitely going to be a senior international not before long, only 18 years of age. And I expect him to make his senior debut for Norway in the summer. In this current season, And again, him going to Man City, that's only going to enhance his prospects of being a regular player for them, So yeah, for me, what I liked about him as well is his composure. Never seems rushed. But I think obviously we have to pay attention to the league that he's playing in as well. Obviously it will be a lot different. But I think with the qualities that he has, and let's not forget, he only cost 12.5 million, for a 18-year-old. That is decent, really, because, you're seeing players slightly younger going for a lot more. And I look at the quality that he has, you know, definitely he's going to be someone that's going to be looked at in the future. And Man City, for me, I've got one hell of a player on their hands, man. So yeah, I'm just interested to see how he's going to fit in, because I think you'll see him start off probably in one of the wide options, probably from the left. Obviously, can play on the left, can play as a 10 as well. But yeah, I think he's someone that, you know, is going to be definitely one of the stars of the future, you know. And again, if you just look at the teams that were interested in him, you know, it just shows how highly that he was thought of, you know. And as I said, I think he's someone for me, you know. I think he can go right to the top, you know, if he can adapt to the physical demands of the Premiership, you know. As I said, very silky on the ball, very good dribbler, great change of direction. But what I like most about him is his composure on the ball. So yeah, if he can bring that to the Premier League, as I said, Man City have got a player there that they can have for the next 10 years. That's going to be one of the lead attacking midfielders in world football, you know. So yeah, another great signing by Man City, and City just keep on doing this. And as I said, man, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to fit in all these players. But yeah, for sure, man, they've got a very good player in the making there in Sphere House of Naipan, for sure. So guys, yeah, if you like the content, again, make sure you smash that like button. And guys, make sure you give me your comments. Let me know what you think of Sphere Naipan. Do you think he's going to be one of the best attacking midfielders in Europe in the years to come? Or do you think Man City should have spent their money elsewhere? You know, as I said, I think he's got all the tools to be a top player. You know, obviously he has to come out of that Norwegian league and test himself in a major European league like the Premiership. So yeah, we'll be here to see how he gets on. But as I said, guys, yeah, let me know your comments. Let me know your thoughts. Smash that like button. And if it's your first time viewing, make sure you check out my playlist. As I said, Nxt Gen 50. You'll see some of the players that I've done. And again, make sure you subscribe to my channel as well. And I'm going to catch you guys in a bit. Take it easy.